Bonjour Patrick, bonjour Cathy, bonjour tout le monde. Voilà, j'ai déjà mon petit café. Well, today we're going to do something a bit boring, so maybe nobody will watch this video or listen to this podcast. Let's just wait and see what people think. But I'm going to talk to you about the text, and before starting, I will press the button 20 minutes because I know when I start talking, I never stop. So we're going to make it 20 minutes. And so I have this text in front of me. If you see the video, you can see the text. Otherwise, you only listen. And the name is La Lampe de Poche. It's like the lamp of your pouch or your pocket. Well, it's a torch. It's a small portable lamp you can use. And in French, this thing is called La Lampe de Poche. Now, this text has been written by a very famous author, everybody knows. There is also a film about this book, and it's a little boy. Everything is about a little boy who is called Nicolas. Of course, you write it Nicolas with an S at the end, but in French, you don't say the ending. So we call him Nicolas. And he has all kinds of adventures. And here, in fact, he really would like to have this lampe de poche. And would like in French is voudrait. Il voudrait. Okay, so we will find in the text voudrait. And I will read the first page of the story. Well, I will do that immediately. But first of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about what is it about. So this little boy wants une lampe de poche, and his father is quite happy because for once he has a very good result in what you call orthographe. And orthographe, you know some Greek. I think Patrick might know some Greek. You know, it means spelling, to write correctly. Orthographe. And he was number 7 in orthographe. And so that's why his father said, okay, I will give you money to buy something you want. And to give is donner. So you will hear the word papa, which is father, of course, and donner, give. Then we have the word money. Money is argent. And I know, because I know, Patrick, you're very good in chemistry, so you know that silver, along the abbreviations of Mendeleev, it's AR, coming from argentum. So argent was before silver, is nowadays money in French. So we have orthographe, we have papa, we have donner, and we have the word argent, money. Pour acheter, and acheter means to buy. I don't know if you can link the word to anything, but it means to buy. And so what does Nicolas voudrait? And voudrait, it's really a very important word, and we saw it already before. I would like, or he would like. But here it is, I think, in the text. Je voudrais, I would like, and you will see that this word you will use, everywhere where you go, shopping or whatever, buying train tickets, going around in a French-speaking country. So really important, je voudrais, I would like. Then we have école. École, it's school. If you had some Spanish, you know that very often in Spanish also you put like the E, like escuela, the E in front of the word, but in English it's just school, and in French, école. Then we have the word copain. Copain are friends. In French, you can say ami is friend. It's a bit of a closer friend, and copain is all the girls and boys you know in your school. We have the word accompagner, and accompagner, I think you can link that to something. It's to go with, accompanying people. to accompagner in French. And you have the word magasin. Magasin is a shop. So let's repeat. You have orthographe, spelling, papa, father, donner, give, argent, money, acheter, buy, voudrait, would like, école, school, copain, friends, accompagner, go with, magasin, shop. And so the little boy buys the lamp because that's what he wanted. Okay, good. Then we're talking about the lamp, la lampe de poche, which is really, really very chouette. And chouette is also a word you use a lot in French, especially young people, and it means it's cool, it's nice, it's wonderful, and you pronounce it like chouette, but when you see it written chouette, look at it, it's not at all the same as what you hear. Chouette is also a little owl, but this is not important at this point, it's just, it means cool, nice. Okay, so there was this lamp, and Nicolas saw this lamp in the vitrine. Vitrine is the shop window. Vitre is the glass in a window, and vitrine is a shop window, a big window. Then we have the word passer. It's to pass in front of, it's to pass. So, je passais, I passed. Devant, devant means in front, devant. And so when each time he passes in front of the magasin, what was magasin? Shop. Pour aller à l'école, to go to school, we have again école. So he passes in front of the shop window when he's going to school. Okay, and then he says he's very content, maybe you can say in English. I'm not sure you can link it to something, but content means happy, satisfied. Mais qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? This qu'est-ce que thing, we had already, it means what, and it's for asking questions. Qu'est-ce que? And then we have the verb faire. Faire means to do or to make. Faire. De ta lampe de poche m'a demandé. Demander in French, we call it a false friend because it's not to demand, it's to ask. But to make it easy, you can link it to that. So, demander, to ask. And then we have the boy Alceste. Alceste, it's just a boy's name. It's a very old boy's name. So for the moment, we have Nicolas and we have Alceste, a little boy, his friend. Then Nicolas says, j'ai répondu. Répondu comes from the verb répondre. It means to answer, to respond. In répondre, you can see respond. Ce sera très bien pour jouer au détective. Détective, that you can guess, detectives. Jouer is to play. Let's play to be detectives. Because he says the detectives, they always, toujours. Toujours means always. Toujours, une lampe de poche, which was the flashlight, the torch, pour chercher les traces des bandits. Bandit, when you see it written, you know what it is. It's bandits. But in French, as you don't say at the end of the word, it sounds like bandit. Okay, so Nicolas and Alceste are talking about this flashlight. And you will see now that Alceste, who is a boy who likes to eat, he will say that he prefers something from the bakery. So he says, if my father, mon père, so when you talk to your father, dad, when you say in English, dad, you will say in French, papa. But when you talk about my father, you say, mon père. if his father had given money, what was money? Argent, to buy something, j'aurais préféré, and préféré, you can link it also to an English word, it's to to prefer, préférer, and then follows the name of a cake, and the cake is called millefeuille, 1,000 leaves, because you know you have this pastry, this puff pastry, and in French it's called millefeuille, because it looks like 1,000 little leaves or layers of leaves. We have the word pâtisserie. Pâtisserie, it's a bakery shop. And then Alceste, he will say that, well, he prefers those millefeuilles, those pastries, those puff pastries, because it's good, c'est bon, it's good. And lamps, well, they don't last forever. That's what he's saying. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the French text. No. First, we're going to repeat the vocabulary. Lampe de poche, it's the flashlight. Orthographe is spelling. Papa, dad. Donner means to give, like a donation, donner. Argent is money. Acheter, to buy. Je voudrais, I would like. L'école is the school. Les copains are the friends. Accompagner means to go with. Le magasin is the shop. Chouette means cool, nice. Vitrine is the big shop window. Je passais, I passed. Magasin, shop. Qu'est-ce que? What? Faire means to do or to make. Demander, you can think of demand, but it is rather to ask. Demander. J'ai répondu is the past of répondre, to respond. Jouer au détective, play detectives. Toujours means all the time, toujours. Chercher, I'm not sure I talked about it, but chercher is to search for. Bandit, bandits. Alceste is a boy's name. Mon père, my father. Donner, give. Argent, money. Acheter, buy. Préférer, prefer. Le millefeuille, the puff pastry. De la pâtisserie, of the bakery shop. S'use. I did not give that word really specifically, but s'use means when you use something, it says really use, s'use. It means when you use something all the time, well, it wears out and it's not functioning anymore, it's not working anymore. Les millefeuilles, c'est bon. The puff pastries, it's good. Okay, and now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read the text in French and see if you understand something. La lampe de poche. Comme j'ai fait 7e en orthographe, papa m'a donné de l'argent pour m'acheter ce que je voudrais. Et à la sortie de l'école, tous les copains m'ont accompagné au magasin où j'ai acheté une lampe de poche. Parce que c'était ça que je voulais. C'était une chouette lampe de poche que je voyais dans la vitrine chaque fois que je passais devant le magasin pour aller à l'école. Et j'étais drôlement content de la voir. Mais qu'est-ce que tu vas en faire de ta lampe de poche? M'a demandé Alceste. Ben, j'ai répondu, ça sera très bien pour jouer aux détectives. Les détectives ont toujours une lampe de poche pour chercher les traces des bandits. Oui, a dit Alceste, mais moi, si mon père m'avait donné un tas d'argent pour acheter quelque chose, j'aurais préféré le millefeuille de la pâtisserie. Parce que les lampes, ça s'use. Tandis que les millefeuilles, c'est bon. Well, our 20 minutes are almost over. I hope you understood something. I will see if I get some feedback on this video or this podcast to see if we go on with this. What I can say is that the level of this text is exactly what you should have as a speaking level. So that's why I use this. I don't use adult books because the language is much more complicated and that's not the way you speak in French. So if you understand and you can analyze this text, the text that I've just read, then, well, you're really doing well, because that's really the goal of this podcast, that you manage to understand, to read, and then finally to speak with the words of this text. I wish you all a very, very nice day, and I hope to see you next week. I am taking my coffee. See you soon.